What is up, YouTube? Today is day 157 of Zero Gambling. Now, the first thing I want to address is that the people have spoken, and I will not be using any AI generated thumbnails. Um, there's several comments in the last video stating that people were not a fan of that. I didn't realize how much of a contentious issue it was, but you guys don't like it, I will not do it. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of AI myself. I'm kind of a big AI skeptic as far as the narrative that it's going to replace everybody's job and everything, and I think we've already started to see the effects of that. Um, but I mean, for small tasks like that, I didn't think it would be such an issue, but clearly people feel strongly about it. And considering I'm not some kind of an AI guru or AI maxi, I really have no problem just making the thumbnail a picture of my face, if that's what you guys prefer. Or maybe I throw on some text over top on Microsoft Paint or something. Do it the old school way if I feel like doing that. But yeah, I just wanted to address that. But 157 days, no gambling. I will confess that I got very close last night and today. I really wanted to. And, well, instead I didn't. And I'm making this video right now instead. So that's good. And I'm trying to think about what is it maybe that's causing me to have this strong urge to kind of just like hit me out of nowhere. And I realized that yesterday I consumed probably too much gambling related content. If you've been following from the beginning, you'd probably know that I used to watch a lot of gambling streamers, YouTubers, that sort of thing. And when I decided to quit for good, I selectively unsubscribed from all of the gambling content creators because I didn't want to be constantly inundated with that topic when I was trying to avoid it, right? And doing things like clicking not interesting in order to try to fix my algorithm and get me less gambling content when I just pop open my social media or I just pop open my YouTube. Now, right now, I'm preparing for a bodybuilding competition and I'm spending a lot of time doing cardio. I'm doing about 30 minutes on the Stairmaster every day, and then I'm hitting a minimum of 10,000 steps, which some of those steps I have to do them on a treadmill. So I'm probably spending upwards to an hour a day doing cardio on a stationary machine. And while doing this, I usually watch YouTube, right? So every single day, an hour of cardio, you burn through YouTube videos pretty quickly. I think yesterday while I was doing my cardio, I ended up clicking on some, somebody that I used to watch, YouTube creator that I used to watch that does gambling content, and that must have been it. I watched one or two videos related to gambling, and it planted the seed in my head. It got me wanting to try and do it. It got me wanting to try and make an account or something. Again, thankfully, I'm permanently self excluded from every single mainstream casino that's online. So, that is a great reassurance that even if I tried to go log into my old accounts, I wouldn't be able to. But, I started thinking about the idea of possibly looking up new sites and creating an account. But I didn't. I tussled with it. I wrestled with the idea. And last night, my girlfriend had gone to bed. Again, I've spoken about this before, but you have to remove yourself from the situation that's creating the opportunity. So my general situation that leads to me gambling is being at home alone on the computer, maybe late at night or sometime where everybody else is gone and there's no accountability. So my girlfriend had gone to bed. I decided I was going to stay up a little bit later, and I was in that environment where I know so many times before I have gambled, and I would regret that. So, I sat and I wrestled with the idea, and thankfully I was able to just say, fuck it. I just turned off my computer because I didn't want to get to the stage where I was actually going onto the website and putting in my credentials, making an account. Um, because I know once the closer and closer you get, once you get to that stage where you're like, okay, now I'm putting in my account, now I'm showing my ID for verification, blah, 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 it's basically guaranteed that you're going to gamble if you get there. So I didn't want that to happen. And, I just kept reminding myself, Matt, you know what happens when you gamble. You know you've been off it for over 5 months. Um, you know that you will regret it. You know that you lose control when you do this because the voice is telling you or telling me, um, again, and nothing I've never heard before from myself, but you've been good. It's been 5 months. Just a little bit, just one time. Play with your system. You'll keep a cool head and control yourself. You won't let it get out of hand just once, and then you'll stop. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. I know it's bullshit because I've gone through that cycle so many times. Um, so I was just able to turn off the computer and just said, I'm going to go to brush my teeth and go to bed and just eliminate that opportunity, take myself out of the situation. Um, and now today, I just got back from work not too long ago. I trained a couple of clients today, took some calls, and my girlfriend is out. She's spending some time with a friend, and I sat down here at the computer and I started thinking about it. I started getting that itch. Not as bad as it was last night. I think that it was good that I was able to shut it down and kind of stop it in its tracks. But it did come back up, and well, basically I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to make my video because I haven't made my video yet this week. So here we are. I have not gambled. But like I've said before, this is a constant battle. It's something that I have to stay vigilant of. I can't ease off the gas. I have to make sure that I'm on top of it, that I'm proactively doing the things that I need to do to prevent myself from gambling. And thankfully, I've been able to do that. So hopefully, maybe you can take something of value out of that story. I'm sure that a lot of you have been in the same place. Excuse me. But yeah, aside from that, things are pretty good. I'm a little bit busier with training right now in the summer. I got a couple of clients, like during the summer sometimes you get a bit of a boom at being a fitness coach because, well, one, people just want to get in shape, for the summer. It's beach season, pool season, whatever it might be. And also you get kids that are competing in sports that are maybe going to be off, in a month, and or not kids, but teenagers more like. And some of them, they're really good at sports. Their parents want to push them to be good at sports. Their parents want to get a little bit of training, dryland training, off-season training, in order to get stronger and healthier and more fit to perform better in their sport. So usually I get a couple clients like that. So I'm training some kids, some teenagers, a couple people that are trying to get in shape, and I've got 3 people actually that I'm coaching that are going to do bodybuilding competitions as well. So I'm very excited about that. Because putting somebody on stage is one of the best assets that you can have as far as credentials as a fitness coach, right? If you can take somebody and make such an extreme transformation that they can compete in a bodybuilding stage, which is an extreme level of fitness, one could even argue an unhealthy level of fitness for that specific day. But if you can do that, you can do anything. You can, get somebody a 6-pack. If you can put somebody on stage, you can get them a 6-pack, right? That's actually, like I said, one of the best assets you can have as a trainer is those before and afters and those genuine client results, because it takes a long time. Minimum is going to take 6 months if you want to make a significant change in your body, and get in shape from being out of shape. Sometimes a year for a proper transformation, right? I'm talking like clients I've worked with that have lost 100 pounds or gone from skinny to like actually being big and jacked, right? It takes a while. It's not like you can just create a before and after photo overnight or just put it together, or use AI if you were maybe a scumbag. But yeah, so when you get those transformations, which I got 3 clients, I'll be able to have pictures of them on bodybuilding stage in crazy condition. At least that's the goal. Is a great marketing tool for me because that's the biggest thing is marketing. When you're doing your own business, you're selling your own service. The biggest hurdle is just getting the clients that want to pay you. And so the more results that I can get, the more proof that I can show of my results, the more clients I will gain. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, hopefully I should see some more money coming in over the next few months. I'm trying to work hard to get the revenue up so I can continue paying off the debt. I had to pay taxes for the 2025 tax year. I live in Canada, so we get taxed, even though my income is not incredibly high. Unfortunately, you can't write off gambling losses as a counter against your income. That would be nice because then I would basically have reported almost no income. But alas, it doesn't count. And so this was my first year having an entire year of being self-employed because I quit my big box gym job, partway through the year. So when I filed my taxes for 2024, half the year was just like regular, like an employment tax. So this is the first year that the whole year is self-employed, which means that I have to put money aside in order to pay out of pocket at the end of the year or every quarter or something like that in order to cover the taxes that I owe to the government. And unfortunately, I had assumed based on the software, the tax software, it told me a number that I was going to owe, and that number actually turned out to be quite a bit lower than what I actually did owe. I got a message from the CRA saying, hey, we had to make an adjustment because there was some kind of a calculation error, and guess what? You actually owe more money. So that was great, and that basically put a little bit of a halt as far as me paying down the gambling specific debt because I had to cough up extra, money for the taxes. But anyways, we keep moving forward, and I got to keep grinding, got to keep making more so I can keep paying it down, pay less in interest, and hopefully that snowball effect kicks in once I continue to make more progress. But yeah, that's about it for today. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all staying strong. Hopefully you can use this video as a lesson to help deal with your urges when you feel that feeling that's overcoming you that you want to gamble. Do whatever you can to just take yourself out of that situation, shut it down. Just act as fast as you can to shut it down. Do not let it ruminate. Do not sit there. The longer that you sit and think about it, the more power it's going to take over you. So squash it as much as you can. Me just putting my hand out and just shutting off my computer, doing a hard shut off, that's what I needed to do. So yeah, hope this helps. Like always, guys, if you saw anything that you relate to, if you saw anything that you enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And have a great night. Peace.